Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJO Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1983 season is on the air. Today we are at the Mistake by the Lake, Cleveland Stadium, for an American League matchup between the Texas Rangers and the Cleveland Indians. After 1 week of the 83 season, the Rangers come out with a record of 4-3. The Indians are at 500, 3-3. So both these teams right now are playing some scrappy baseball very early here in the 83 campaign. So we should have a good matchup tonight here at the Mistake by the Lake. So I hope everyone will sit back and enjoy a pretty good baseball game. I'm hoping to get this game in quickly because I know the college football game is going on. So I do have my phone here, but it is okay for you guys to tell me how the game is going, how the football game is going, so I can switch to that as soon as we're done here. Jeremy Brooks, Band Pro, Alan Rosewich, and Brian Patterson are first to join us here at Cleveland Stadium. The Indians historically won this game 4-3. Indians had 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors. The Rangers 3 hits, 3 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. But we'll see what Inside Pitch has to say. As already last night, Inside Pitch gave the victory to the Expos last night, and they actually historically lost that one. But then again, you want to play the games because you want some surprises, and because if we just wanted the team that historically won to win, why play the game? That's the one thing about doing this crazy thing we do. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started for some Thursday night baseball. Starting pitcher for the Cleveland Indians tonight is Len Barker. 9 wins, 16 losses, a 4.88 ERA. We are at Cleveland Stadium. This is pretty much was a pitcher's park. Only 119 home runs, -3 to strikeouts, and +3 to walks. So this park was a pitcher's park pretty much that year. And now that I've said that, we'll have about 20 home runs hit here tonight. There Ben Wicks now joins us here at Cleveland Stadium. So everyone can both go ahead and buckle up, and let's get to playing some baseball here in the American League. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Rangers will be their designated hitter, Mickey Rivers. 285 average, a homer, 20 RBIs. He's the DH for the Rangers tonight. We're going to use blue, white, and blue dice. Indians are the home team. A pretty good crowd here at the Mistake by the Lake. So everyone is set and ready to go. Let's play a little American League baseball. Barker, 4-2, hit by pitch. And that's one way to start the game. Plunk, ouch. And the first thing he's going to do, he's going to hit Rivers. Rivers is a hit by pitch at 2, -1. That is a 1. So the first thing he does is he plunks Rivers. So Rivers will go to first. This is one of his later years, of course. Rivers not as quick as he was back then. Next up will be the second baseman, Mike Richard. 157 average, a homer, 7 RBIs. Only played in about 22 games in 83. Strategy. And Rivers is not going anywhere. Barker is not going to hit and run. They're going to let play early right now. Barker, 3-3, strikeout 8. Nope, that will miss. Richard, 2-6. It's a fly ball hit the right field. And a guy named McBride is going to go ahead and make the play for out number 1. Next up is the left fielder, Billy Sample. A 274 average, 12 homers, 57 RBIs. There's nothing wrong with those stats. Rivers stays put. Barker, 2-6, strikeout, 13 will miss. Sample, 3-4. That's a ground ball to third, 2-2-3. Second base, pivot. Trio is a 0, a 1-3. They'll turn the double play. They will not. Rivers is actually going to get thrown out at second base. Sample will reach first. That's out number 2. And that is a fielder's choice. And the next batter will be the right fielder, Larry Bittner. He's in right field for this game, 276 average and 18 RBIs. Rangers utilizing pretty much almost a little bit of a hodgepodge lineup here. Sample is going to, he's going to steal. Sample had 44 stolen bases, 17 minus 0. And let's see, catcher is Bando, a -2. Sample's going to try for second. A 1-15, he is safe. And he is. Sample will go ahead and make a steal and get into scoring position. So a stolen base for Billy Sample, and we'll re-roll the strat. And this time, nothing happening. So Sample on at second. Strategy roll is done. Barker will pitch. Barker, 5-6. That is a blank. Bittner, 5-6. And he hits one to center field, but an easy play for Rick Manning. And he'll get to it, make the catch, and retire the side. Nothing across except a hit batter. And we'll go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Texas Rangers tonight is Charlie Hough. I don't care what anybody says. Charlie Hough, his entire career, he had a long and very solid career. 15 wins, 13 losses, a 3.18 ERA in 83. He gets the call for the Rangers tonight. Leading off for the Indians will be the first baseman, Mike Hargrove. And he will go ahead and step into the batter's box. Now he'll step out of the batter's box. He'll go ahead and adjust his gloves. He'll go talk to a pretty lady at the stands for a little bit. Readjust his gloves. Now he'll go ahead and get back to the batter's box. The umpire looks at him funny, and Hargrove is now ready to go. Human rain delay. Hough will go ahead and pitch. 6-4. Wild pitch is a blank. Hargrove, 4-3, and he pops out to second base, and that's going to be Richard getting to that, and that will be out number 1. Next bat, exactly. Hargrove would not be able to play in today's league, and he knows that. Next batter is the third baseman, Toby Harrah, 266 average, 9 homers, 53 RBIs, solid year. Hough, 6-6, strikeout 6, that'll be too high. Harrah, 3-2, and he pops out to third. That'll be handled by Buddy Bell, and he will make the play for out number 2. And now we'll see the right fielder, Bake McBride, another great baseball name. 291 average, a homer, 18 RBIs in 83. Hough, 4-4, that is a blank. McBride, 6-6, ground out to short, handled easily there by Bucky Bleeping Dent. As every Red Sox fan loves Bucky Dent. He will go ahead and get that, throw it over to first. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Hough. No score after 1. The ump calls several strikes. Exactly. Any other time you attempt to steal, you're rolling out, but against Cleveland, you get the roll. We go to the top of the second. Leading off for the Rangers will be third baseman, Buddy Bell. Some people think he belongs in the Hall of Fame. I don't know, but Buddy Bell definitely belongs in the Hall of the Very Good. 277 average, 14 homers, 66 RBIs. He was one steady, solid player. Barker will pitch. 2-2, error on a throw. Bell, 3-2, and that's going to be hit to the shortstop. That's picked up by Julio Franco. His error rating is a 10. That's an 8. Franco tries to throw and get him out. That's going to go across the wayside, and Bell's going to wind up on second with an error. So that's going to be an E6 on Franco. And I'm just calling that an error. I don't like the rule of single in an error. So Bell's going to wind up, that's going to be a throwing error on Julio Franco, and Bell will get to second base. That is the first error on the Indians in the ball game. So Bell on at second, and now that'll bring up the first baseman, Pete O'Brien, 237 average, 8 homers, 53 RBIs. Frank Rosette joins here at Cleveland Stadium. Nobody out, top of the second, no score. Bell on at second, and he will stay at second. Barker, 6-1, error on a grounder. O'Brien, 5-5. That's a base hit to center field. Center fielder is Manning. His error rating is a 2. That's a 15. He won't make an error. Normal advancement. Well, base runner 3, a single to center +1, a 1-4. He will score, and he will. So O'Brien will have an RBI single as he'll bring in Bell, and it's 1-0 Rangers. RBI single for O'Brien, as the error definitely comes to hurt the Indians on that one. And that will bring up the catcher, Jim Sundberg, 201 average, 2 homers, 28 RBIs. Still no one out here, but now the Rangers have a 1-0 lead. O'Brien at 5 stolen bases. He won't get any here. Sundberg gets the bunt sign. Bunt rating is a 4. Not that great a hitter. You know what? Why not? Why not? There's nobody out. The bunt is going to be on, and the infield is not going to be expecting it, so there's not going to be change of the bunt rating. So Barker will pitch. 4-2. Hit by pitch. That's a miss. So now Sundberg will lay down the bunt, and that has gone ahead, and that is bunted. Bunt chart. That is bunted right to the third baseman. His bunt rating is a 4. That's a 9, and that is going to be just a beautiful bunt. As he bunts it to third, picked up by Hara. The only play he has is the first. O'Brien goes to second, and that's 1 out. So 1 down, and that'll bring up the center fielder, George Wright. Had a very good year in 83. 276 average, 18 homers, 80 RBIs. He played in every game for the Rangers that year. I have no problem with those stats. Strategy roll, and that's a 20. Barker turns around, fires to second. No, O'Brien will get back. Barker will now pitch. 5-6 is a blank. Right. 2-6. Base hit. Center field. Might score another run. O'Brien, base runner 4. Single to center +1. 1-5. He will, and he does. So O'Brien will come in an RBI single by Wright, and the Rangers now have a 2-0 lead. Stadium groans. RBI single for Wright. And now that will bring up the shortstop, every Red Sox favorite player, Bucky Dent. 237 average, 2 homers, 34 RBIs. Of course, as we're going into Dent's later years. Still 1 out here in the top of the second. Now 2-0 favor of the Rangers. Yes, exactly. It's SG2. Great managing with the bunt. You don't see managing on that other channel with the fluffy cat and with the cards that are only red and blue. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 17. Wright stays put. Although Dent gets a bunt sign, but he'll swing away this time. Barker, 5-6 is a blank. Dent, 6-3, fly ball right field. That's going to be caught there by McBride, and that will be out number 2. 2 down, here's Mick the Quick, or used to be Quick in 83. He got hit by a pitch his first time up. It is fun there, Ben. Absolutely. Me and him are great together. Trust me, we're friends. Don't worry about that. It's a friendly rivalry. Strategy roll, nothing on the 16. Barker, 3-5. That's a blank. Rivers, 3-1. Ground out to short. Handled easily there by Franco. He won't make an error this time. He's going to throw to first to get Rivers, and that is going to do it. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, a sacrifice hit, a bunt, and we'll go to the bottom of the second with the Rangers now have a 2-0 lead. Leading off for the Indians will be their designated hitter, Andy Thornton. 281 average, 17 homers, 77 RBIs. Really Andre Thornton, but he's got Andy Thornton there, but whatever. Hough will pitch. 1-4. Walk +10, and that's an easy walk, and Thornton will trot to first. Hough threw 4 wide ones there. First walk given up by Hough. He only had 95 of them In 83, a 252 innings pitch. That's not bad. That is not bad. Next up for the Indians will be the left fielder, George Vukovich. 247 average, 3 homers, 44 RBIs. Strategy role for Thornton. He had 4 stolen bases. He won't get any here. Hough, 2-4, strikeout 12, too high. Vukovich, 5-6, ground out to short. 2-3-4. Second base, pivot Richard, 0, 1-4. It's a double play. And then that will not get it. But Thornton will be thrown out at second base, and Vukovich will take his place. So fielder's choice there. And now we'll see the second baseman, Manny Trio, 270 average, 3 homers, 45 RBIs in 83. Strategy role for Vukovich, and he gets the steal sign, but he's not going anywhere. Hough, 5-6, strikeout 12, too high. Trio, 3-1, and that is a fly to center field. That's going to be Wright going ahead and making the play for out number 2. 2 outs, and that will bring up the center fielder, Rick Manning. Manning started the 83 season with the Manning will be on the Milwaukee Brewers later in 1983. He is on the Indians as of today. 246 average, 4 homers, 43 RBIs in 83. Solid. Vukovich, he will stay put. Hough, 4-4. That is a blank. Manning, 1-2, and that's fly to center field once again. And Wright will go ahead and get there. He will make the catch and retire the side. Nothing across except the walk. 2-0 Rangers after 2. Traded for, as Devo9 GLA says, traded for Gorman Thomas. We go to the top of the third, and it will be Mike Richard leading off, and he's 0 for 1. Barker, a 3-2 range play. Richard, 4-1, grounded to shortstop. That's a play for Franco. Franco's range is a 2, and he won't get it. It'll be a base hit, so it'll go right past him, and Richard has a single. So the leadoff man on for the Rangers, and it will bring up Sample. Sample is 0 for 1. 2-0 favor of the Rangers here, top of the third. Strategy role for Richard. He had 2 stolen bases, and he will not get anything here. Barker will go ahead and pitch. Barker, 3-1. That's a walk plus 10, and that's ball 4. So Barker right now, he'll go ahead. He's having some issues here in this inning. However, that's the first walk given up by Len Barker. We only had 61 of them in 182 innings pitched. So now runners at first and second, no one out for Bittner. Bittner is 0 for 1. Strategy roll, nothing on the 13. Barker, he'll go ahead and make the pitch. Barker, 6-4, strikeout 6, called strike 3 on Bittner. He will get him there. Against the righties, a 9, -3 makes him a 6. That is a 6, and he does get him. That is the first strikeout for Barker. He had 126 of them in 83. Next batter is Bell, and Bell reached on an error his first time up. Runners at first and second. Nothing happening on the bases. Barker, 5-2. That's a blank. He's not tired. Bell, 3-2. Base hit right past short. Richards, a base running rating of 3, and he will. That's going to be fast enough. He will come around and he will score. And the Rangers now have a 3-0 lead. Sample has excellent speed. He will make it to third, and Bell will get to first. 3-0 Rangers. Stadium groans. RBI single by Buddy Bell, and runners at the corners with 1 out. And the batter now is O'Brien. O'Brien got a base hit his first time up, an RBI single. Runners at the corners, top of the third, 3-0 favor of the Rangers. And let's see what they're going to do here. They are going to call. They're going to stay at double play depth and try to see if they can get out of the inning. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 9. Barker will deal. 2-5. Strikeout. No. O'Brien. 1-1. Ground ball to second. Let's see if they turn it. 2-2-3. Shortstop pivot. Franco. 0-1-3. It's a double play. No. And they just missed that too. Sample will come in to score. It's a fielder's choice. Bell's on at second. O'Brien beats the relay. 2 outs, but it's now 4-0 in favor of the Rangers. Because they could not turn the double play. So that does allow the run to score. It was the right call, in my opinion. They just didn't turn it. Next batter is Sundberg. Sundberg's 0 for 1, but he went ahead and made a good bunt his last time up. 4-0 now in favor of the Rangers. Strategy roll for O'Brien. And he gets the steal sign, but he says, I'm not going anywhere. Barker, 4-3. Home run chance against a righty. 1-9. The 12 is too high. Sundberg, a 2-1, and he just grounds it to short. That'll be handled by Franco. He'll throw to first against Sundberg, and the inning will be done. 2 runs on 2 hits and a walk. And we go to the bottom of the third, and right now the Rangers look like they have a pretty good game. Bottom of the third inning. Leading off for the Indians will be their catcher, Chris Bando. 256 average, 4 homers, 15 RBIs. Hough will go ahead and pitch. Hough, 2-2, strikeout 11. That will miss. Bando, 6-1, and it's lined out right. The short dent is right there. 1 out. And that will bring up the shortstop, Julio Franco. A young Julio Franco at 24 years old. And he would play till he was 48. Julio Franco. Hall of Famer, no, but definitely belongs in the Hall of the Very Good for playing that many years. He did not have a bad year either in 83. 273 average, 8 homers, 80 RBIs in 83. Hough will pitch. 2-3. That's a walk plus 10, and he'll walk him. So Franco will trot to first on a base on balls. Second walk issued by Hough. And here comes Hargrove. Hargrove goes ahead, gets in the batter's box, steps out of the batter's box, doesn't like the bat, goes back to the dugout to get another bat, looks another bat, looks another bat, doesn't like his gloves, changes his gloves, changes his shoes, he didn't like the spikes. Now he gets back into the batter's box. Human rain delay. Franco on at first. D. Scott Howard, the Goat Whisperer, joins us here at Cleveland Stadium. So Franco on at first, and he gets the steal sign. And let's see here. 15 minus 1 is 14. Sundberg minus 1 is 13. You need to get a run in scoring position here, but nah. Hargrove, they'll call that off. Hough will pitch. Hough, 3-3, range play at the park. Mistake by the lake, 4-2. That is a home run to the pull side against a righty. Hargrove needs a 4. The 17 is too high. Now it's a range play is what that's going to be. And that is going to the right fielder, Larry Bittner. His range is a 2. If he doesn't make it, it's an automatic double. He makes the catch at the wall, 2 outs. What a play by Bittner out there. And that's just going to be a fly out to right. And Hargrove can't believe it didn't leave the park. So 2 outs. And that'll bring up Hara. Hara's 0 for 1. Franco on at first with 2 outs here. By the way, another rule of mine is that if it is a range play at the park off of a home run chance, all runners score because it's going to be an automatic double, and I bring in all the runners. Franco on at first. They'll do a strategy roll. That's a 13-0 happening. Hough will pitch. I think that's a rule anyway. 1-4, walk plus 10, and it's ball 4. So Hough is not out of the inning yet as he now walks Hara. So now runners at first and second. And the batter will be McBride. And he's 0 for 1. 2 outs, bottom of the third. Runners at first and second. Nothing on the strat. Hough looking in on McBride. Hough will deal. 2-1. That is a blank. McBride, 5-5. And that's a fly ball hit to right. Getting over there is Bittner. He'll make an easy play this time. And that'll retire the side. Nothing across except a couple of walks. 4-0 Rangers after 3. David Vega joins us here at the Mistake by the Lake. Top of the fourth. And it will be George Wright leading off for the Rangers. He got a base hit his first time up. Barker will pitch. 3-5. That's a blank. Wright. 6-1. And Wright will get one and hit it hard. That's going to bounce off the wall out there. It'll be a double. Wright gets his second hit of the game, and now it's a two-bagger. He'll hold at second base. They go talk to Barker on the mound, wondering how much longer they're going to let him pitch. Here comes bleeping Dent, and he's 0 for 1. Strategy roll for Wright. He'll stay put. Barker, 1-5. Strikeout 5. That's too high. Dent, 1-1, and he hits one to left field. Fly ball to left. That's going to be caught by Vukovic for out number 2. Wright, a base running rating of 5, hit to left -3. Vukovic +1. So a 1-3, Wright could still get to third. He will hold at second base. And maybe the better thing to do. 1 out. Here comes Mick the sorta quick. And he is 0 for 1, but got hit by a pitch his first time up. Right on at second. Strategy. Nothing on the 18. Rivers does get the bunt sign, but he says, no, I'm swinging away. Barker, 2-1. Strikeout. No. Rivers, 5-4. Ground ball to short. That'll be picked up by Franco. The throw goes to first for the out. But Wright's got great speed, and he's going to get to third on that one easily. But now 2 away. And it will bring up Richard. Richard 1 for 2 with a single. Strategy roll. And nothing on the 7. Barker looking in on Richard. Fans here at Cleveland wondering when the Indians are going to start playing some baseball. Barker, 4-2. Hit by pitch. No. Richard is a 0 anyway, and a -1 from Barker. No chance. Richard, 3-4. And it's a ground out to second. Handled easily there by Trio. And he will take his time, toss it over, and retire the side. A leadoff double, but the Rangers can't do anything with it. And we go to the bottom of the fourth. No runs and a hit. Yep, 80s Cleveland baseball right here. Leading off for the Indians will be Andy Thornton, and he walked his first time up. Hough will pitch. And 1-6, hit by pitch. No, the 3 is high. Thornton, 1-3, and he hits one to left. Billy Sample says he'll take that one, and he will for out number 1. Next batter, Vukovic. He's 0 for 1. Hough, they'll go ahead and deal. 3-6. Pitcher result, the 13 is too high. Vukovic, 4-6, and it's a base hit. He hits one past first. That's the first hit of the game for the Indians. So a single for Vukovic, and it will bring up Trio. Trio 0 for 1. Infield is set for double play death. First time the Indians have got a hit there. Hough has been pitching pretty well. Strategy roll for Vukovic, and he actually gets the steal sign, but he says, are you kidding? I'm staying here. Hough with the deal. 1-2, strikeout 12, no. Trio, 5-1, ground ball to short, 3-4-5. Second base pivot, Richard, 0, 1-5, it's a double play. Side retired. 6-4-3 double play, no runs and a hit. And the Rangers continue to hold on to the 4-0 lead. Inning number 5. Let's see. Barker can pitch to 26 batters before he tires. He's not reached the pull rating yet, so we'll see what happens. But meanwhile, leading off for the Rangers is going to be Billy Sample. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. Barker will go ahead and pit. Might as well count those jizz flies. Barker, 2-4. Home run result against the righty. Sample needs a 12. That's a 3. And that ball just probably wound up in one of the lakes by the mistake by the lake. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. Home run, Billy Sample. Stadium groans. Now 5-0 in favor of the Rangers. And they have a big lead here. Ghost of a Flea joins us here at Cleveland Stadium. I know for a fact it's got to be your first time here because I've never seen the name before. But I love it. So 5-0 now in favor of the Rangers. The next batter is Bittner. Bittner is 0 for 2. Barker will go ahead and pitch. Barker, 5-5. That's a blank. Bittner, 5-3. And that's a fly to center field. Going after there, it's going to be Manning, and he'll make the catch for the out. One down. Here comes Bell. Bell is 1 for 2. Reached on an error and got a single. Barker will deal. Barker, 5-6. That's a blank. Bell, 1-6. He hits one to left. Easy play there for Vukovic. And he'll make the second out of the inning. And now the batter is O'Brien. O'Brien is 1 for 2. Got an RBI single his first time up. Barker will pitch. Barker, 3-1. Walk plus 10. That's ball 4, and he will walk O'Brien. O'Brien winds up on base for the third straight time. Next up is Sundberg. Sundberg is 0 for 2, but he does have a bunt. 2 outs, top of the 5th, 5-0 in favor of the Rangers. Barker running out of batters here before he gets tired, but we'll see what the Indians want to do. Strategy, nothing on the 2. O'Brien stays put. Barker, 5-6. It's a blank. Sundberg, 1-1. Ground out to short. Easy play for Franco. They'll throw to first to get Sundberg, and that will do it. 1 run, 1 hit, and a walk. A solo bomb by Billy Sample. 5-0 going in the bottom of the 5th. Top of the 6th. And leading off for the Indians will be Rick Manning. Manning is 0 for 1. Hough will go ahead and deal. And 1-3, that is a blank. Manning, 6-6, ground out to short. Easy play there for Bucky Dent. And over to first it goes. 1 down. Next batter is Bando. Bando's 0 for 1. Hough will go ahead and pitch. 2-5. Error on a throw. Bando, 1-4. That's gonna be a base hit to left field. That'll be a single. Left fielder Sample has an error rating of 2. That's a 4. He's not going to make a throwing error throwing it back in. So that will be a single for Bando. So runner on base for the land. And here comes Franco. Franco walked his first time up. Hough, let's see. Strategy rolls are still on. Actually, why are they not on 6th? I'm in the 5th inning. We're in the bottom of the 5th, right? Why did I move to the 6th inning? We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. I don't know why I changed that. Strategy rolls are still on. That is a 12. Nothing happening. Hough will pitch. Hough, 3-5. Possible error. Franco, 5-3. And Franco hits one into center field, and that's going to be a double. Double to center field. Mike Richard is an error rating of 3. That's a 17. He will not make an error out there. So it's normal runner advancement. Bando, base runner of 2. Double to center is a 0. A 1-2, he'll score. He won't. He'll hold it third. So a double by Franco. Now the Indians have runners at second and third. And a chance here now for the Tribe to get some runs. And here comes Hargrove. Hargrove gets into the batter's box once again. Ties his shoes for a little while. Talks to the umpire. Asks him what movie he's going to go see tonight. Looks at his bat. Doesn't like the bat. Adjusts the cap. Takes off the cap. Goes back to the dugout. Gets another cap. Still doesn't like the cap. Now he puts on the helmet again. Checks his gloves again. And gets back in the batter's box. Human rain delay. Runners at second and third. 1 out. The Rangers are going to keep the infield back. They have a 5-0 lead here going on the bottom of the fifth. I don't know why it changed the inning. But either way, back to the fifth inning. Strategy roll. Nothing happening. Hough will pitch. Hough. 2-4. Strikeout 8. That's too high. Hargrove. 2-6. It's a ground ball to first. It's a ground ball to first. That's going to be an easy play there by O'Brien. The infield was back, so Bando will come in to score. Franco will move to third. Hargrove is out, but the Indians are on the board. It's 5-1. So the Rangers decide to trade the run for the out. And now there are 2 away for Hara. Hara all for 1 with a walk. Franco on at third. Hough will pitch to Hara. Now 2 outs, but the Indians are now on the board. Strategy, nothing on the 16. Hough, 5-4. That's a blank. He's not tired. Hara, 1-4. Ground ball, second base. Easily picked up there by Richard. He'll take care of it, throw it over to first and retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits for the Indians, and they are on the board now. It's 5-1 after 5. Now we go to the top of the 6th. Leading off for the Rangers is going to be George Wright. Barker will be tired after Wright. We'll see what they'll do with him here. It is a 5-1 game. Barker will pitch to Wright. Wright is having a good night. 2 for 2, a single and a double. Barker, 3-1, walk plus 10, and that's an easy ball for him. Wright will trot to first. So he walks Wright, and that is the 3rd walk given up by Barker. And now the batter is Dent. And now Barker is tired. And I think that might be it for him. I think it will. Let me see if I want to. Might let him pitch to Dent. You got righty, lefty, righty. Don't let him pitch. Let's see if we can get him to get his Dent here. So Wright will go ahead and stay at first base. Strategy rolls are still on. And that's a 20. Barker fires to first, and no. Wright will get back. Barker will now pitch to Dent. Barker, 4-3. Home run chance against a righty, a 1-9. The 9 is good, but against righties, Dent is a 0. It's not happening. Dent, 5-1. But he does get a base hit to left field. Wright's a base runner 5, a single to left, -2, not a -2. A 1-3. Wright will get to third base, and he will. So Dent does get a base hit, and that will be it for Barker. So Bucky Dent gets a base hit, still no one out in the 6th, and Barker coming out. And the Indians will go to the bullpen. Here comes Rivers. Rivers is the next batter. We'll see who the Indians want to bring in to pitch. Believe it or not, they did not have a lot of relief pitchers for this game. Let's see who we're going to bring in. Who are we going to bring in for this? The lefty. Left. I think it really doesn't matter. The bullpen for the Indians wasn't that good either. Coming on to pitch for the Indians is going to be Dan Spillner. 2 wins, 9 losses, 8 saves, a 5.07 ERA. Spillner will come in here. Barker's going to leave with the L. So Dan Spillner will take over for the Indians. He can pitch to 7. As Chuck Rawlings joins us here at Cleveland Stadium. Right on at third, dead on at first. The Indians are going to call the infield in. They cannot allow any more runs. Strategy roll, nothing on the 18. Spillner will go ahead and pitch. Spillner, 5-4, error on a grounder. Rivers, 1-4. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Toby Harrah. His error rating is a 6. That's a 7. He's not going to make an error. So then the infield is in. George Wright's base running rating is a 3 with the infield in. And you got a 4-run lead. And I'm going to send him on that. He was fast. The throw is going to go to, they're going to throw to the plate and try to get him out. They're going to throw him out and try, see, they're going to throw the plate's going to go. Wright is a base running rating of 3, so a 1, 2, 3, or 6, he is safe. And he's out. Great throw there by Toby Harrah, and he gets George Wright at the plate. Dent will move to second, Rivers moves to first, and that's the first out. So that will go as a fielder's choice. And now the batter is Richard. Richard is 1 for 3. Now the infield is once again back. So a nice play there by Harrah to not allow the Rangers to get a run. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 15. Spillner will go ahead and pitch. Spillner, 3-5. That's at the park. Cleveland Stadium, 6-4. And that's a ground out to first. 2-2-2. Shortstop, Franco, 0. Pivot, a 1-2. It's a double play. They got it. Side retired. And the Indians get out of the inning. No runs, a hit, and a walk. And they don't get anything out of that. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Can the Indians make some sort of a run here? Bottom of the 6th. Leading off for the Land will be Bake McBride. And he is 0 for 2. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen there, Chuck. John Haverly joins us here at Cleveland Stadium. Hough, 4-4, blank. McBride, 5-4, ground out to third, handled there by Bell. And Bell will take it and toss it over, 1 out. Next up is Thornton. Thornton is 0 for 1 with a walk. Hough will pitch. Hough, 5-6, strikeout, too high. Thornton, 6-6. That's a power hit to left. That's a 12. And against the righty, Thornton's going to get himself a double as it splits the gap out there. Thornton will wind up at second base. That's his first hit of the ball game. And he'll get a double. So maybe now the Indians can get a run. The next batter is Vukovic. And he is 1 for 2, a single in his last time up. Bottom of the 6th inning here, strategy roll. Nothing on the 12th. Thornton will stay at second. Hough still got a little bit left in the tank. Hough will pitch. 5-2. That is an automatic out. And that's going to be a fly to center field. And Wright's going to make the play for out number 2. Thornton hit the center is a -1. And Wright is a 0. So the only way Thornton can take third is on a 1. And he'll stay where he is, 2 outs. Two away. Next batter is Trio. Trio's 0 for 2. 2 outs here, 5-1 Lone Stars. Strategy, nothing on the 5. Hough, 5-3, error on a grounder. Trio, 5-5. Nope, that's going to be a fly ball to right field. And Larry Bittner's going to get to that easily, make the catch, and retire the side. No runs and a hit, but the Indians, once again, leave a man stranded, 5-1 after 6. On to the top of the 7th. Dan Spillner is going to stay on the mound, and why not? Leading off for the Rangers will be Billy Sample, and he got a bomb his last time up. He is 1 for 2. Spillner will pitch to Sample, and 6-3, walk plus 10, and that's ball 4. So he'll walk Sample. Sample winds, that's a second walk given up to Sample. And now here's Bittner. Bittner is 0 for 3. Strategy rolls are now off. Pitcher versus batter. Spillner, 4-2. Strikeout, 17, way too high. Bittner, 3-5. And that's a fly to right. McBride will come in a bit, make the play, and that's the first out. Next batter is Bell. Bell is 1 for 3, a single, and reached on an error. Sample on it first, 1 out. Spillner, 2-3. That's a walk plus 10, and that's going to walk Bell. Bell becomes a 19, plus 3 is a 22, and another base on balls given up by the Tribe. 2 walks in the inning. It'll bring up O'Brien. O'Brien is 1 for 2, a single and walked. Runners at first and second, 1 out, top of the 7th. Spillner trying to maybe get the Indians out of this jam. Spillner, 2-1, blank. O'Brien, 5-1, hit to center field. That's a 12, and against a righty, that's going to hang up there enough. Center fielder Manning going forward. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Sample, base running rating of 5 at the center, -2. And Manning is a 0. So a 1-3, Sample will take third. It's a 6, another 6. There could be a play. And Sample sees a great throw by Manning, and Sample has to go back to second. Wow, Sample bluffed it. Manning got it in there. And he'll go back to second base. And that will bring up Sundberg. And Sundberg is 0 for 3. Sample on it second, Bell on it first. 2 outs. Spillner, he'll pitch. 6-1. Base hit right past the pitcher and into the outfield. Sample will easily come around. He will score. Buddy Bell, a base running rating of 4, will make, with 2 outs, will make third. Sundberg has an RBI single. 6-1 Rangers. Stadium groans. RBI single by Sundberg, now 6-1. The batter is right. Spillner is now tired, and they will take him out. And they will bring in a new pitcher to pitch to right. And it is going to be... Oh, this bullpen is not good. Let's see here. We'll save him. And let's see. Switch. Coming on to pitch for the Indians is going to be Juan Eichelberger. Boy, that name brings back memories. 4 wins, 11 losses, a 4.90 ERA. Juan Eichelberger will now come on to pitch. Maybe just try to eat some innings here. He can pitch to 16 batters, so he pretty much can finish the game possibly. So Juan Eichelberger will come on to pitch as Cutter Historical joins us here at the Mistake by the Lake. 2 outs, runners at the corners, now 6-1 Rangers. Eichelberger will now come on to pitch. Eichelberger, 5-4, that's a blank. Right, 2-1. Ground ball to third, easily picked up there by Hara. He throws to second against Sundberg, and that will end the inning. 1 run, 1 hit, a couple of walks, but the Rangers have a 6-1 lead here. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Our next game will be tomorrow night, April 16th, as we'll go back to the National League. We'll be going to we went from the mistake by the lake to the stadium by the Three Rivers. We will see the Chicago Cubs taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Fergie Jenkins will be pitching for the Cubs, and Larry McWilliams will be going for the Pirates. That'll be tomorrow night's game on the network. So I hope you'll enjoy that matchup tomorrow night. The Cubs and the Pirates. Fergie and Larry McWilliams. That'll be tomorrow night's game on the network. Bottom of the 7th here, Rangers in command, 6-1. And leading off for the Indians will be Rick Manning, and he's 0 for 2. Charlie Hough still has plenty left in the tank. He's doing pretty well here. We'll see how long it can go. Hough will pitch. Hough, 5-3, error on a grounder. Manning, 4-5. That's not an error. It's a slow hit ball to second base, picked up by Richard. Manning with great speed. His base running rating is a 5. Throws to first. Got him! 1 out. And that's going to be a ground out to second base, as that was a speed check and a heck of a throw by Richard. Gets the very fast Manning, just maybe by half a step. 1 out. Here's Bando. Bando 1 for 2. Hough will go ahead and deal. 1-1. Strikeout 3. Got him. Struck him out. And that is the first strikeout for Charlie Hough. He had 152 of them in 83. That's his first K of the game. 2 outs now for Franco. Franco is 1 for 1, a double and a walk. Hough will pitch. 2-3. That's a walk plus 10, and he'll walk Franco. So Franco will drop to first. It's the 3rd time he's been on base. And now another chance for Hargrove. The umpire looks at Hargrove and say, "Get your ass in the batter's box now." Hargrove says, okay. He does straighten his gloves a little bit, then he gets the batter's box. Hargrove is 0 for 3, though. Franco on it first. Hough will pitch. 2-2. Strikeout 9. That is high. Hargrove, 6-4, and he grounds it to second base. Easily paid for Richard, and he is going to throw to first to get Hargrove, and the inning is over. Nothing across except a walk. Still 6-1 favor of the Rangers. I never said that, Sports Time Machine. Utah Mike was in the chat. Never said that. My bad. Always like to introduce people that come into the chat. We go to the top of the 8th. Eichelberger's going to stay on the mound, and why not? Leading off for the Lone Stars will be Bucky Bleeping Dent, every Red Sox fan's favorite player. Dent is 1 for 3 tonight, has a single. Eichelberger will pitch. Eichelberger, 6-5, wild pitch. It's a blank. Dent, 4-2, and he chops it right back to the pitcher. Eichelberger will take care of that, and over to first it goes. Here comes Mick the sorta quick, and he is 0 for 3, but did get hit by a pitch his first time up. Eichelberger, 3-5. That's a walk plus 10, and that will walk Rivers. So Rivers will trot to first on a base on balls. It will now bring up Richard. Richard is 1 for 4. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Richard or Rickard. I'm not 100% sure. Or Rick Hart or Rich Hart. Not sure. Rivers on it first. He'll stay there. Eichelberger will pitch. Strategy rolls are off. Eichelberger, 5-3 against the righty. Strikeout. 10 is high. Richard, 3-6. And that's a ground out to second base. 2, 3, 4. Shortstop pivot Franco 0, 1 to 4. It's a double play. No. Rivers will be thrown out at second, and Richard will take first for the second out. So they can't turn the twin killing, and it will now bring up Sample. Sample having a good night. He is 1 for 2. A stolen base, and he has a bomb. Richard on it first, 2 men down. Eichelberger looking in and dealing. 4-4. Home run chance. Righty needs a 1. Not happening with the 13. Sample, 4-2, but he does get a base hit to left field. That'll be a single. Richard, base runner 4, single to left, -2. A 1-2. No, Richard will hold at second base. So he'll hold there. On a single by Sample, he gets his second hit of the game. And now it's up to Bittner. Bittner is 0 for 4. Philip Reynolds joins us here at the Mistake by the Lake. 2 outs here, 6-1 in favor of the Rangers. Top of the 8th. Eichelberger doing the pitching. And he will deal. 1-2. That's a blank. Bittner. 1-3, and he grounds it to first. Easy play by Hargrove. He'll take it himself. And that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit for the Rangers. They strand a couple. But we go to the bottom of the 8th, where right now the Indians are still trying to find their way here. Hough gets back on the mound. He can pitch to 3 more batters before fatigue. And it will be Toby Harrah leading off for the Tribe. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. Hough will go ahead and pitch. Hough, 4-3, range play. Harrah, 3-3. That's a fly ball to left field. Going after that is Billy Sample. His range is a 4. He's got it. 1 out. Easy. Fly out to left. The Sample goes ahead and gets that with ease. 1 down. Here comes McBride. And McBride is 0 for 3. Hough will pitch. 1-4. Walk plus 10. And that is going to be ball 4. So McBride will draw a walk. So a walk for him. It'll bring up Thornton. Thornton is 1 for 2 with double and a walk. McBride on it first. Rangers lead 6-1. Indians trying to get something here. Hough will go ahead and he will pitch. 5-6. Strikeout. No. Thornton. 1-6. Fly out to left. Easy play for Sample. He'll make the catch out number 2. And now Vukovic, and Hough is tired. He says, I can pitch, boss. So he says, okay. So Hough will stay out there, see how long he can go here. Maybe go the distance if possible. He got a 5-run lead. McBride on it first. Vukovich is up. He's 1 for 3. Hough will go ahead and deal. Hough, 1-1, strikeout 8. That is going to miss. Vukovich, 2-6, and it's a ground ball to second. Richard will go ahead and take care of it. Takes his time, tosses it over to first routine, and the inning is over. Nothing across except a walk. And Charlie Hough is actually doing one heck of a job tonight. 6-1 after 8. We go to the top of the ninth. Eichelberger's going to stay on the mound. Why not? He's actually not doing too bad. Leading off will be Buddy Bell, and he is 1 for 3. Singled, reached on an error, and walked. Eichelberger will pitch. 6-6. That's at the park. The mistake by the lake. 2-6. And that is a blank for the 4th straight game. We're going to have a rare play. So rare plays, bases empty. 16. Bad hop, grounded to shortstop. Check for G6 error. So the shortstop for the Indians is Franco. His error rating is a 10. That's a 5, and that's going to be an error. That is going to be an error on Franco. So that'll be an error on him. Bell will reach first, and it says check shortstop for injury. So Julio Franco's injury rating is a 1. And the only way he stays in is on a 1 or a 2. It's a 4. He's gone. So Julio Franco makes an error. That's going to be an E6. And that's the second error on the Indians in the ball game. And now the Indians need a new shortstop, if they have one. Let me see here. Yes, they do. Coming into play, shortstop is going to be Mike Fischlin. He'll take over at short, and he's a 3-4-0. So Franco leaves the game, and Fischlin will now take over. Actually, a little better shortstop than Franco is. Better range and lower error rating. So Mike Fischlin will come in for Julio Franco. But Bell is safe at first on the second error by the Indians. Next batter is O'Brien. Eichelberger will pitch. 3-6. Error on a grounder. O'Brien, 6-6. Nope, that's a fly out to right. That'll be caught by McBride for the out. Here's Sundberg. Sundberg got a base hit his last time up. He's 1 for 4. Bell on it first. 1 out now, top of the ninth. Eichelberger, 4-1. A possible error. Sundberg, 5-3. That's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Mike Fischlin, who just took over. His error rating is a 4. That's a 12. He won't make an error. 2, 3, 4. Second base, pivot trio, 0. 1-4 double play. And the only play he had was the first. Fischlin thought he might be able to turn 2, but he takes his time, makes sure he gets Sundberg in the out, and that's 2 away. Bell will get the second. On the grounder to short. And now here's Wright. And Wright has had a good night. 2 for 3, a single, a double, and a walk. Bell on at second. Eichelberger takes his time. Now we'll deal with Wright. 2 outs now, top of the ninth. Eichelberger, 4-6. Error on a throw. Wow, hitting all of his error ones here. Error on a throw. Wright, 2-3. No, that's going to be a fly ball to left field. And going in there is Vukovich. He'll make the play and retire the side. No runs, no hits. There was 1 error. But it stays 6-1. But will we see some ninth inning magic? Bottom of the ninth inning. Do I play any other games while doing my season replays? A very short answer. No. I concentrate completely on inside pitch for the entire season. I do play some stuff offline. In other words, I have Arkham Horror. that I like to play. I'm going to play some more of that offline, on a different thing here. But no, I don't play anything else when I'm doing this. So Charlie Hough is going to try to go the distance. Leading off for the Indians is going to be Manny Trio. He's 0 for 3. Hough has only given up 1 run on 4 hits. He's had a great night tonight. Bottom of the 9th, Rangers lead 6-1. Hough with the pitch. 2-5, error on a throw. Trio, 2-1. Ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Dent. His error rating is a 5. That's a 15. He will not make an error. Dent will get that and throw to first for the out. Nice play by Dent. And now here's Manning. As Brian Manning is 0 for 3. Hough will pitch. Hough, 1-5. That's a blank. Manning, 1-1. Popped out to second base. Richard says he'll take it. Waves everyone off, and he will. 2 outs. The last chance for the Indians will be Chris Bando. Bando is 1 for 3 with a single. Fans here at Cleveland Stadium hoping that Bando can keep it alive. The ones that are still here. Hough will go ahead. He's trying to go the distance. He will pitch. 1-5. It's a blank. Bando. 4-4. And it's a ground ball to second. It's picked up there by Richard. He's got it. Pumps once. Pumps twice. Throws to first. That's your game. The Rangers will go ahead and take a win tonight against the Indians 6-1. Stadium groans. Charlie Hough goes the distance, gets a complete game. We've already had a number of complete games early in this 83 season. But Charlie Hough will go ahead and get it there as the Rangers will take a 6-1 victory. Final line score coming up. For the Rangers, 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. For the Indians, 1 run, 4 hits, and 2 errors. The winning pitcher is Charlie Hough. He'll go the distance. Len Barker will take the loss. The Rangers will now go to 5-3, and the Indians drop to 3-4. But we are not done. 10-minute ticker is next. Oh, not a bad game if I do say so myself, everyone. Not a bad game at all. Hough with the complete game. Yeah, he did throw a lot of them. And yes, I got to see him on opening day with the Marlins all those years ago. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Rangers will get a 6-1 win here over the Indians. But let's now see how the rest of the majors goes here. April 13th, Seattle at California. Mariners 255, that is 5. Halos 1433, and that's 4. That's a win for the Mariners. Boston at Kansas City. Boston 1016, that's 2. Royals 1345, and that is 5. That's a win for the Royals. Detroit at the Yankees. No, the Yankees have not lost a game yet. Detroit 1941, and that is 6. Yankees 26-21. That's 4. And now the Yankees have lost the game. That goes to Detroit. Minnesota at Oakland. Minnesota 1155. That is 6. Athletics 1255. That is also 6. They will go to extras. I don't know why I'm rolling all the dice. Let's see here. Minnesota rolls a 6 plus 0. Oakland rolls a 2 plus 0. That will be a win for the Twins in extras. Milwaukee at Toronto. Brewers 13-42. That's 5. Blue Jays 16-43. That's 5. And they'll go to extras. Milwaukee rolls a 2 plus 0. And Toronto rolls a 6 plus 0, and that's going to be a win for the Blue Jays. Reds and the Braves. Reds 6-31, and that's 3. Braves 18-45, that's 6. That'll be a win for the Bravos. Astros and the Dodgers. Astros 7-24, that's 2. Dodgers 6-43, and that's 4. It's a win for the Dodgers. Mets and the Phillies. Mets 11-36, and that is 4. Phillies 13-65, and that is 9. That's a win for the Phillies, and my 83 Mets are already looking like, well, the 83 Mets. That team was pretty bad. Cardinals and the Pirates. Cardinals 9-43, that is 4. Pirates 10-32, that's 3. It's a win for the Redbirds. Giants and the Padres. Giants 9-53, and that is 5. Padres 2-11 at 0. It's a win for the G-Men. On to April 14th, Baltimore at the White Sox. Orioles 8-32, and that's 3. White Sox 8-46, and that's 5. It's a win for the Pale Hose. Orioles a little World Series champion Orioles a little slow out of the gate. Detroit at the Yankees. Detroit 10-42, that's 4. Yankees 7-65, that's 8. The Yankees will get that win. Oakland at Seattle. Oakland 12-56, that is 7. Mariners 7-16, that's 2. That's a win for the Athletics. Milwaukee at Toronto. Milwaukee 16-41 and 5. Blue Jays 20-24, and that's 4. That's going to be a win for the Brew Crew. Cubs and the Expos. Cubs 13-62, that's 8. Expos 11-62, and that's 7. Wow, just missed it. That's a win for the Cubs. Giants and the Padres. Giants 5-66, that's 9. Padres 10-45, that is 5. That's a win for the Giants. Mets and the Cardinals. Mets 9-65, that is 8. Cardinals 11-23, and that is 3. And my Mets do get a happy recap. On to April 15th, Texas at Boston. Wow, both of them flew out. Texas Rangers, let's see, 15-53, and that is 6. Red Sox 12-54, and that is also 6. They're going to extras. And let's see here. Rangers roll a 2. -4 is -2. Boston rolls a 6. That's an easy win for the Red Sox and extras. Detroit at the White Sox. Tigers 10-65, that is 9. White Sox 13-35, and that is 4. That will be a win for the Tigers. Kansas City at Milwaukee. Royals 10-62, that is 7. Brewers 16-31, and that is 4. That's a win for the Royals. California at Minnesota. Angels 18-35, that's 5. Twins 12-61, that's 7. The Twins will get a win. They're also a little bit short out of the gate. Toronto at the Yankees. Blue Jays 21-64, that's 10. Yankees 6-33, and that's 3. And that'll be a win for the Jays. Oakland at Seattle. Athletics 14-15, and that's 2. Mariners 10-44, 5 runs. The M's will win a game. Montreal and the Astros. Expos 13-12, that's 1. Astros 3-22, and that's 2. The Astros will get the victory. Padres and the Dodgers. Padres 7-43, that's 4. Dodgers 8-34, and that's 3. That's a win for the Friars. Reds and the Giants. Reds 10-61, that's 7. Giants 12-13 and 1. That game belongs to the Reds. Mets and the Cardinals. Mets, to see if we can get another happy recap. Can we get a win, a rare win in 1983? Mets 6-55, and that is 5. Cardinals 7-26, and that's 3. And my Mets get another happy recap. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be at Three Rivers Stadium for a game between the Chicago Cubs and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Fergie Jenkins, Hall of Famer, will be going for the Cubs. Larry McWilliams will be going for the Pirates. That will be tomorrow night on the network, April 16th. I hope you guys will enjoy me for that one. Cubs and the Bucks, Jenkins and McWilliams. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night. It is a win for the Rangers. They get the victory over the Indians today, 6-1. See you guys tomorrow night. Take care.